Now, which one of you is going to make me a coffee? Are you going to make me a coffee? Is Foxy going to make me a coffee? Billy? Is Foxy going to make me a coffee? Oh, is that your Foxy? Is that your Foxy? Oh, so oh. Do you want to see our homebrew stuff? You still there a minute? No, stay there. So there's the apples, some of the apples. Some of the bottles, and then this is our brewing, some of our brewing stuff. Can you hear it? So we've got apple wine, apple cider, and we do apple cider vinegar as well. And we make our own jams as well. And chutneys and stuff like that. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Oh my god, it actually sounds like a sympathy, sounds like a symphony, doesn't it? Some there as well. So we've got them. It actually sounds like bloop, 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 like a little orchestra, a hooch orchestra. Can you hear the kids? I don't know if you can hear the kids playing piano in the background. This one here, actually, that's just normal apple juice. I've been drinking a little bit of that now and again because it's really good for chronic illness. Fresh apple juice, like non-pasteurised. Anyway, that's the... I tell you what, I tried some of the apple wine the other day, and oh my god, it was so good. I was quite surprised because the apple cider from, I think it was like last year, the year before, well, not that it was bad, but it was just very, very, very strong. And it's my white picket fence. Who's playing the piano?
I'll play it.
Oh.
I think I want to be
We might do Halloween movie night tonight if you want.
Yes.
You have to start thinking about which movies you might want to watch.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I'll save the popcorn for you. Yeah.
And Billy can be on our feet warming them up.
And George can be scratching all the dogs as they try to go by.
Well, anyway, we're going to go play Pops and Robbers.
Alright, good luck. Good luck killing all the coppers. No, I'm kidding. Alright, enjoy. Trying to work out. I'm gonna open these. Ow. Oh, Jesus. I bought some high-vis tape for the dog because, not to tape on the dog, obviously, that would be a little bit cruel, but for his dog coat. Because I've tried buying him high-vis dog coats and they're too big. So he's got a dog coat that fits him perfectly. So I'm just gonna attempt to stick this high-vis tape on the coat. Because that little one, the Chihuahua, he's a bugger. He has a tendency for running off to the into the roads. Well, it's not a road; it's like a lane, but still there's cars there, and it freaks me out. I get really worried. This is for my new gaming setup where I'm gonna stream, because I've tried streaming non-Ethernet, and it what was I gonna say? I've tried streaming non-Ethernet and using the Wi-Fi, and it was not good. Turns out you need very, very good, strong internet to stream. The thing is that I'm streaming from my Steam Deck to my Mac, and then from my Mac to Twitch to you guys. So I do get why it's. I do understand why that's a lot of. There's a lot of streaming. Now, do I do with Rollo's blue coat? Do I do the yellow, or do I do the? Because I think initially I was going to do white, but I'm actually thinking that this would stand out more, even when it's not dark. He'd stand out more with that. So I think I'm going to do the yellow. Liam! Ripper, you are on my PC now. The small screen for a few. What do you mean the small screen? Small screen for a few. Sharing? I don't know what you mean. Oh! Hi. Oh, this is really the boringest part I'm doing. Did you see a minute ago I was showing all the hooch? Do you want to see the hooch? Did you see the bit where I was showing the hooch? Did you see that bit? Let me show you the hooch. This is our apple. Let me show you the apple. We make our own apple wine and apple cider, and let me show you. I was just showing it a minute ago, but you might have missed it. So here's some of the apples, obviously, but this is our hooch station. And I was saying it's like a symphony. If you listen, so this is all our hooch barrels, our moonshine. It's not moonshine really, it's apple wine. But listen. If you listen, it sounds like a symphony of hooch. Exactly. I was standing here filming it, and I was showing the all the apple wine we're making, all the cider we're making, and as I was listening to all the bubbles, because obviously you get all the. Let me show you. See, you have like. Oh, that's Perry. So that's pear cider. But if you listen. Can you hear? Each one has a different frequency. there's three up there. Oh. Yeah? Okay, hang on. Oh. All right, come on, let's go inside. No. Sorry, I didn't realise I was going to have to day off. Go inside. No, you went out the tap now. Oh shit, right. Come inside.
You got it very good, you came back.
Oh, good. Thanks for helping. Oh, thanks. Thanks for following, Ria. So this is look at this beautiful, how beautiful that is. Look at that. Original, you can see it's original, look. He don't drink the fucking hooch, mate. What, the dog or Liam? But look at that, isn't that beautiful? That is the original, the mosaic that came, I know, right? And this is the original. Look at this arch, look at this, like, look how crazy this looks. These are the kind of houses you get in Liverpool. You see that? I got told by a builder guy that just that alone, just that ceiling thing alone, because it's original, is worth about £10,000, just that. You can see how it's all got the original alcove in. I mean, I've got to be honest, I've not looked after it that well. Never gets cleaned. It's been painted and decorated once since I've been here 7 years. The problem is the ceilings are so high that you need to, just to do the most basic thing, you need scaffold. Because they're so high. Even like yesterday, my cleaners came and we were trying to clean the cobwebs on the ceiling. There's my cat. I know, George. I know. Such a hard life being you, isn't it? Being pampered daily in the mansion. Yes. So anyway, you heard the Hooch Symphony. How cool is the Apple Hooch Symphony? Symphony of ferment. It would be called, if Beethoven made it, it would be called the Symphony of Fermentation. That's what it'd be called, wouldn't it? This is George. He has 3 legs, 1 eye, and no tail. He's essentially half a cat. Come on then, jump up and we'll feed you. Are you coming up? Let's feed him. I'm pretty sure the carer fed you this morning, but all right. Hang on one sec. Wait. Give me a minute. Okay, give me a minute. I'm fine. Let me get back in bed. I would do a longer tour, but I'm in a lot of pain, so I can't. That's my little bath. There. It's only plastic, 300 quid from Amazon. Like, it's not original out. Right, let me catch up with the text. Thank God. Oh, the text. Well, that's crap. You don't get all the chat. You only get a little bit. It doesn't scroll all the way. Oh, well, listen. Anyone who I've missed, I'm sorry. It doesn't scroll all the way back. Thank God I don't have anything with alcohol. Thank you for the follow. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the follow. Real. Wow, how gorgeous is that? Liam, don't want to drink booze. 12-foot high ceilings. Liverpool Football Club, mate. Rip it off and sell it. Pardon the pun. Beatles from Liverpool, mate. London West End. Yeah, so I'm in Liverpool, but I'm actually originally from Leeds, Yorkshire. So how did you manage to put my screen inside your screen? That sounds really dodgy, doesn't it? That sounds like a sex thing. But I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. Like, I didn't know you could do it live. I think I've seen it, like, where people have done, like, clips or something. Yeah, be careful. What, careful of what? Yeah, I didn't realise you could do that live. Oh, I suppose you could just stick the... Yeah, I suppose you could stick the switch thing, couldn't you? Roller! Not dodgy enough for you, mate. No, I can share anyone on my screen if you're like. Yeah, I suppose you could just share the. I suppose you could just share any browser, can't you? Do what you like, really. Leeds is posh. Leeds? Which I don't know which part of Leeds you were in. Fucking hell. Like, if you go to Beeston ain't posh, believe me. There's parts of Leeds that would. There are parts of Leeds that would that are worse than far worse than parts of Liverpool I've ever been. And I've lived in some rough areas in Liverpool. And I've lived in where else have I lived that's pretty rough. But yeah, but some of Leeds is dead posh. Yeah, like I lived in some of the areas I lived in was like the Jewish. Because my dad's Jewish, well, he's dead now, but so sometimes we'd live in like a posh bit area of Yorkshire, Leeds, on the outskirts, and then sometimes we'd be living on a council estate in like Bradford or parts of Allerton and Leeds and that. So I had a bit of a schizophrenic childhood. Like I very very poor, and then posh, and then poor, then posh. It was weird. And you know what? Every place I've lived in my life, I've always preferred the poor areas. I can't stand the posh, the wankers in the posh areas. Just really not nice people. Oh look guys, look, you get the exciting. I've just opened a package. There you go. How sexy and exciting is that? I was thinking, what is this? What have I ordered? I don't understand what's such a big heavy... Oh, it's my commode liners, okay. The sexy life of a disabled girl, SM9. Yorkshire accent, innit, like... Laugh out loud. All you Brits with your Queen's English, mate. I know, I particularly have a posh accent. I never used to. Believe it or not, I used to sound like Mel B of the Spice Girls. I used to have a really thick Leeds accent. But what happened was... so I ran away from home when I was 14 to Liverpool. So I had like a weird Leeds, Yorkshire Scouse accent for my youth, like throughout my early 20s and that. Kind of really strange, but mainly thick Leeds accent, but a little bit of a Scouse as well. And then what happened was that I moved to South Africa. I met a lass down in London. We ended up getting married. So I moved out to Africa, and nobody could understand a fucking word. And I mean, they could not understand a fucking word I was saying. To the point where I was in like a local shop, a newsagent, right? And I was saying to the guy, hiya, can I get a pint of milk? Well, I can't do the accent now, but I was saying it in a very thick northern accent. Can I get a pint of milk, please? And the guy was staring, and every time I went in there, he would just stare at me like I'd asked him to like shit in my hat. There was just no, you could just see he was blank. He didn't understand a word I was saying. And nobody could understand what I was saying in Africa because my accent was so thick. Joburg, yeah, that's right. I was in Joburg first, and then I was in Cape Town. And I had a little bit of time in Durban and Umhlanga, but mainly Joburg and Cape Town. And it got, so in the end, right, because I could never get a pint of milk off this guy, because in those shops in Joburg, all the stuff is behind the glass because of like safety issues and that. So anyway, one day I went into the shop and I'm trying to get the pint of milk off him, and he couldn't understand my accent as usual. So I'm standing there and I'm going moo, and I'm like doing like mime artist of like squeezing a cow's udders, and I was going moo, you know, like, and then pretending to squeeze a cow's udders so that he would understand. Please give me a fucking pint of milk. And it was at that moment that I decided, you know what, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm going to have to change my voice. I'm going to have to start speaking, like, posh English, because nobody can understand a fucking a thick northern accent in Africa. And it was the same when I lived, years later, I lived in Mexico, and it was exactly the same. They couldn't understand a northern accent. So the whole reason I have this posh accent now is because of living abroad. And it was fine when I lived abroad. It was great, you know. Speaking like Mary Poppins when you live abroad is really handy because people can actually finally understand me. But the problem is when I got back to the UK and I went back up north where all my family and my friends are, as you can imagine, I get the absolute piss ripped out of me now because I sound like fucking Mary Poppins. So I can't win. Yorkie, posh area, not very tolerant. Posh folk, not very accepting. What is Scouse? So Scouse is a person from Liverpool. It's a Scouser. And so you know how like you get people who have nicknames from where they're from. So like a German would be called a Kraut, an American would be called a Yank, etc., etc. So a bowl of Scouse in Liverpool is a type of stew. It's actually originally was an Irish stew that was changed, like, because Liverpool is obviously a port, so Liverpool has the largest Irish community of any city in the UK. It's more Irish than it is actually English. Liverpool is, and because it's a port, so like obviously with all the dockers, and the Scouse accent actually comes from the docks, from the dockers. And what was and they call Scouse people from Liverpool Scousers because of the bowl of Scouse, this stew that we eat. It's delicious. It's a really, really delicious stew. And it's as I say, originally it would have been Irish, but it's like oh, thanks Bugsy, thanks for the follow. Do you want to hear a really interesting fact though? This blew my mind, right? So I moved to Cape Town when I was about 20. How old was I? In my 20s anyway. And I lived there for like about 2 years. But anyway, when I was in Cape Town, I got on a bus and I'm sat on this bus, and as I walked on, I could hear all these like Scouse accents, all these Liverpool accents, and I was like, "Oh, the dog's going there." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Wait, how am I in Africa? How am I actually on the other side of the planet right now, in Africa, and yet I can hear all these like Scouse accents where I'm from, you know?" So anyway, I sat down, and it carried on. I could still hear all these Scouse accents. So I was just by complete chance one day on that bus, one of the girls I was sat next to this girl, And just by complete coincidence, she happened to be at university, and she happened to be a a dialect. She was studying accents and dialect, and I forget the exact technical term, but she was studying, basically voices, accents, dialects, blah blah. And so I said to her, I said, like, I can't, my head is spinning round. I can't understand it. How am I sat on a bus in Cape Town and everybody on the bus sounds like the Scousers? The accent is so similar. I don't understand. Like, why is this happening? And she explained to me it's because Liverpool and Cape Town have a huge ship, exchange ship. Sorry, I'm fucking out my brain. Trade, because they have a huge trade connection through rum and brandy and spices and blah 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 over the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years through the shipping trade. So the Scouse accent comes from the dockers, right? From the fellas that worked on the docks on the ships, and the Cape Town accent comes from the dockers, from the fellas on the ships. So that's why they sound so similar, because over the hundreds of years, as they were trading back and forth, you can imagine, like, the dockers were getting off at Cape Town, blah blah blah, and that's why the accent is so similar. So isn't that fascinating? I just thought that was mad. That you can be sat in Africa and you're hearing the same accent that you can in Liverpool. I thought that was crazy. Brilliant though. Fantastic. And don't get me wrong, like, thanks Liam. Thanks for the follows, guys. I've literally only started, like, streaming, like, I think, is it 2 weeks ago now? Did I start streaming a couple of weeks ago? I still am new and I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing, to be honest. And I'm finding it quite difficult, but I'm giving it a go. I'm trying to make a go of it. So, are you gonna say hello to all my new Twitch followers? Yeah? Rolo, you want to be Twitch famous? This is Billy. You ever been to Liverpool, Montana? Because I know. Is it Montana that's a big Beatles fan? I think it's Montana. I know one of them. I know one of you. I remember chatting to someone about the Beatles. Oh, you've got another. You've got somebody called Beat. You've got somebody who literally they've got Beatles in their name. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 2. Are you playing a song right now, Liam? I kind of want to know what Liam's doing now. Shall I get your stream up? Oh my god, how trippy would that be? Let's get your stream up. Liam would like Liverpool because he's Irish. Spoonful of sugar, help the medicine. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. There you go. There's my Mary Poppins and that hand movement though. Yeah. Sorry, is that better? By the way, shite in hands cost 50 quid in USA kink. South African accent is fucking thick. What the stuff that come out? You mean that these gadgets will cost 50 quid? I'll be going shortly and we'll rage. Oh, thanks, Liam. I wasn't okay. I mean, yeah, sure. I wasn't planning on this. I was only going to do a very short IRL, but you'll be my first ever raid. Did you know that? I've never been raided before. And actually, I looked up yesterday for the first time ever how to raid. I don't know how to raid. So even if not that I've ever really had, I think the most I've ever had in my stream was, I think the top I've ever reached was 8. I think I want to say. I'm just worried I'll have nothing interesting to do because I was only gonna unpack my parcels and. Okay, look how trippy this is. Right, you ready? How weird is that? Hi everyone. I didn't think I was still actually on it. That's really trippy. Oh, I'm being raided. Am I being raided? Thanks, Liam. Love you. Thank you for the raid. You're my first ever raid. It's not telling me though on the text. How weird. It doesn't tell you on the Twitch mobile thing. How strange. The stream has stopped raiding. Nick, please follow the link. Okay. It didn't even tell me that it's raid. How weird. If I hadn't have gone onto your page, I wouldn't have seen it's a raid. This Twitch app is fucking horrendous. It didn't even tell me. My first ever raid and I didn't even see it. I wouldn't have even known. Well, I don't know if people are still here or what's happening, but I can't see you if you are. It's not coming up on the app. And if anyone knows the Twitch app and how it works, please explain it to me why, if there's some setting I need to do or... This is Billy. Oh, Billy. You wouldn't drink hooch, would you? Huh? Would you drink hooch? Would you be naughty? Are you a good girl? Oh! How strange. I'm not getting anything in the chat. Oh, wait. It's coming up now. Oh, sorry, the chat. Okay, I can see the raid. Finally. Okay, let me read it. Hang on. Oh, I've missed all the chat. I've missed so much. Oh, shit. Hang on. I'm really excited now. Wait. Hi, everyone. Sorry, the chat was like, there was a massive lag on the chat. So I couldn't see that you'd raided. Sorry, I'm so excited. That was my first ever raid. No one has ever raided me before. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Liam, for being my first raid. Thank you. And it's like on the worst one ever as well. I'm like, I was just literally unpacking some parcels and playing with like letting the dogs for outside. That's all I was planning on doing. I wasn't actually planning on staying on stream or anything. So I'm sorry. It's very boring. But, oh, God. Do you want to see the piano? Let's see if I can show you the piano. I can't believe I got to my first raid. Thanks for the follow, Brian. Let me, I'm going to go show you the piano in the events room. Hang on. In this communal lounge. You raided Nicker, but says it here in my stream. Raided with 17. I got raided with 17. Oh my God. Rolo, we got raided. Liam is a Twitch expert. For some reason, the raid didn't work for me, Liam. Have people gone over? Raid. Oh my God. I've raided 17 viewers. Type this in, /raid space, and then the name of the streamer. Okay. He'll red heart his accent. Okay. Sorry, I was just trying to catch up on the manual raid. Yeah, if you live in England, you could just come to Liverpool and just manually raid me in real life. Should we go show them the piano? Look, I made this. Do you want to see my little pieces? It's not very good. I've got to warn you now. I'm not the best artist, but I made this and it was so painful to make. And I'll never do it again because I didn't realise when you get a tile, what's it called? A tile cutter, and you cut the tiles. Like, I had no idea how excruciatingly painful that would be, especially with somebody with fibromyalgia and Lyme disease. So I did it, and then I couldn't use my hands for 3 weeks afterwards. I was in so much pain. So never do it again. I haven't even filled it in yet. You see, you're supposed to like fill it in. I haven't filled it. I've just left it like that, and it's just been sat against my wall for like years. Let me just catch up on the chat. Not far from me, Preston here. Oh, I thought you were in Blackpool, Ben. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you're really close to me then. Yeah. I used to work in Preston. I used to work in a big advertising agency there. What's it called? I forget the name of it now. Your doggies are so cute. Yeah, this is Billy. She's named after Billie Holiday. She's my favourite singer. Hey, you beautiful? Hey? And then this is Roll. So Billy I got from a puppy. She's a Belgian Shepherd. She's a Tervuren. So, and there's 4 different types of Belgian Shepherd. You get a Malinois, like the short-haired one. You get the black ones, Groenendael, Lake and Noir. So she's a Tervuren. So they're smaller and thinner, and longer face. They're kind of different to a German Shepherd, a little bit. They look similar though. You're very happy, aren't you, Billy? She's happy because she loves it when her mum's not bedridden, not in bed. And then this one, this is Rolo. He was a rescue. Where's he gone? Where you go? Billy, as much as I love you, can I just show the other one, please? This is Rolo. I didn't name him. The shelter, he's a rescue, and the shelter named him Rolo because he looks like a chocolate Rolo. Look, with the caramel and the chocolate. He also looks like a mixture between a gremlin and Bambi. Look at his little tail. Look, it's like a springbok. Look. Are you like, what are you? What are you doing? What are you doing? Let me just catch up on the chat. There's a Celtic festival I may go to this weekend, maybe not. Real Montana. Ooh. Sounds fun, plenty of Guinness. It's a Scots Celtic festival. No, SM is on Blackpool. Nicky Ripper. No, SM. SM? I may be moving there if the flat I'm looking for is any good. Moving where? Moving to Liverpool or moving to Blackpool? I'm in advertising, mate. Was it such... No, so... I've worked... my last... the last big career move, I actually did actually work for Google. But... No, the one in Preston... I don't think Preston has a Saatchi office, surely. I don't know how you pronounce it, but... No, I worked for... Oh, what was it called? Fuck, I think it was called was it A&P Advertising? What was it? I feel like it was I can't remember. It was actually it was quite a swanky one, actually. But I didn't, I don't know. I wasn't keen on Preston, to be honest. Like, I like it as a place to work. It's a beautiful countryside. But I found that the men at the company found it very difficult because I was like senior. I was a senior, and I think I found like the blokes found it difficult to have a younger and I get it because I was younger than them, so I think they found it quite difficult that somebody came up. And I've been working down in London and I've been working in Cape Town and Joburg and London for some quite big companies and that. And so when I got there to Preston, I mean, and I get it. Like, I found it really difficult. Like, they're expecting me to tell blokes in their 40s and 50s what to do when I'm like in my fucking 20s and 30s. You know, when I'm young myself. Yeah. So it was a little bit awkward. And I found it a little bit old fashioned for me. But then I had come from London, to be fair. So. Hey Shelley. Sorry, just trying to catch up on the chat. Blackpool. SM9. Oh, SM9's in Blackpool. Okay. Where are you moving to, Ben? Yeah, them blokes also intolerant. Yeah, not everyone, but I get it, mate. Them blokes was not keen on it. Yeah, and to be fair, like, I can understand it. I think if I was, you know what I mean? If I was like 40, 50 years old and I've got some young fucking little twat coming down from London, not that I'm from London, but I am northern, but still I'd find it difficult. But it's just because I'd worked in, I'd worked in some really big... I'd been a senior from quite a young age. Funny thing is, I never actually wanted to be. I never, ever, ever wanted to be management. I never wanted to be senior because I like to chill out. When I used to work, I used to like to just go in, do the work, go to the pub with my mates, with the work start, and like just be one of the guys. Like I don't want to be fucking the pariah. You know what I mean? But the problem is I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I don't like shoddy workmanship. You know what I mean? I like if you're gonna do like an expensive job for a client, I feel like it's got to be done right. And I think that's why everywhere I ended up working. Anyway, I'm boring now. No, not an exec, just a senior. I was a coder, a graphic designer, and I started off in print graphic design, and then I ended up being, what's Billy doing? Hang on, what's she doing? What are you doing, Billy? What were you doing then? Oh, that's fine, you can have that bone. I thought he was stealing. She looks guilty now. You can have it, that's for you, you can have that. Go on, do you want your bone? I thought she was nicking Rolo's food. Or the cat's. And I thought that's why she was looking so... Shall we see what other toys, what other things we can get for you? What else have we got? We got some bones. Do you want a big bone? We got some disgusting bones that probably need throwing out. Oh my god, it stinks near. Stinks of bone marrow and dog hair. Do you want your mousey? Do you want your mousey? No, she's not supposed to mousey. I know what you want. You want a dog treat. I think I've run out of dog treats though. Let me just see if I've got any dog treats. No, I've run out. Sorry, Rolo. I've run out of dog treats. I'm sorry. I've run out, but I get paid. I got paid so I can get you some. I got 10 viewers. Wow. That's the most I've ever had. That's the most I've ever had on stream. Sorry, I'm like a little kid. I'm so excited. Thanks, guys. Let me catch up on the chat. Blackpool is where I'll hopefully moving to. Have you lived in Preston all your life then, Ben? I get it, mate. Them blokes not keen on it. Jellybean. Hey, Jellybean. Sorry, I didn't see you there. The chat's a bit weird. Has anyone ever used the chat app that you get, the built-in Twitch chat app? That's what I'm on. Has anyone ever used that? I'm finding it really a bit crap. Better late than never. Hi, Jelly. I'm going to try and say hello to everyone now. Hi, Ben. Hey, Jelly. Better late than never. Hey, better late. I didn't even see you there. Better. Sorry. Hey, Brian. What else we got? Okay, that's all. I think that's all the ones I've said hi to. My mate is a 3D graphic designer at a big agency. Oh, really? I probably know. Thoughts on Brexit? Hang on. Seniors, mate. Wait, I'm trying to catch up. I'm lurking as Gemma's working. And you're a poet and you didn't know it. I lived in Preston for 9 years. And previous to that, I lived in Bristol. And oh, right, okay. Fucking hell, that's a bit of a... You've gone really far from south to north. What made you move? What made you want to move up to Preston then? Was it work? Was it for a woman or for? Was it for a partner or? Do you know I've never been to Bristol and I've never been to Kent. I've actually always wanted to go. I've got quite a few mates in Bristol. Thoughts on Brexit? I'm not here. It's a mirage. I think you drank too much of that apple hooch, Liam. Even though you don't drink. Friends and rental prices were extreme. Friends were extreme. Your mates were extreme. Always for a partner in it. Yeah, that's why I ask, because